Hello, and thank you for joining the LFANC's Program and Services session. My name is Jenny Prince, and I'm the President and CEO of the LFANC. I'm happy to have you join us in our Educational Summit this year. And during our time together, you will learn about the many valuable programs and services that are being offered to lupus thrivers, their families, and their caregivers. I think you will find it both valuable and informative, and you may even be surprised to learn about some of the things that we offer that you didn't know. But before going into detail, I want to share with you that even during these most trying times, we are still providing financial assistance to lupus thrivers all over North Carolina. All of our support groups are still meeting. They're meeting virtually, but they're still meeting. Our Educational Summit is still taking place. It looks very different this year, but it is taking place, and we're happy to have you be a part of it. New patient inquiries are still being addressed. Support and educational materials continue to be mailed out when it's requested. And our programs of research and advocacy continue. So as you can see, this is all very, very good news as we continue to do all that we can for people living with lupus throughout North Carolina. So let's get started. I would like to share with you some details about these programs now. First, the NC Lupus Helpline. We are proud to offer a helpline to people living with lupus, their families, friends, and caregivers in the state of North Carolina. Our knowledgeable and compassionate team provides caring support to people with lupus, their families, and their caregivers by answering questions and directing these individuals to local community resources. Secondly, we provide professionally approved lupus educational materials. The LFANC has a full library of professionally medically approved educational materials that are as vast as the disease of lupus itself. Whether you need a newly diagnosed or a seeking diagnosis packet or information on a new symptom, we can help. Some of the items include symptom-specific materials, demographic-specific materials, and a variety of other special topics. I now am going to share with you some visual examples of this literature. First, lupus and pregnancy. Next, Asians in lupus. We have literature like that for different demographics that we serve. Treating lupus. This booklet is fantastic in that it can help you understand the day-to-day of what it takes to treat the disease. Understanding lupus. If you are a newly diagnosed person, this particular booklet will help you understand what lupus is and how it affects you on a regular basis. How lupus affects the body part. This one will tell you each individual body part that's affected by lupus and is available in both Spanish and English. Most of our materials are diagnosed into Spanish for our Spanish-speaking thrivers. There is also literature from other organizations that our thrivers can benefit from, and they include things like disability rights, the Patient Advocate Foundation, and materials from people like GSK, our sponsors, and their Us in Lupus program. So as you can see, there is a wealth of information that we have available to send you. All you have to do is ask, and it's on its way. I now want to tell you about our referral services that are available. Did you know that lupus can result in an individual having a variety of different needs? Through our referral service, we can tap into our comprehensive information and referral database to connect you with organizations and programs that can assist you with your needs. In addition to providing information on local community resources and national assistance program, we also have a list of North Carolina physicians available for those looking for a doctor specializing in the diagnosis and or treatment of lupus. If you're looking for a physician in your area, whether you're at the coast, the mountains, or somewhere in between, regardless of where you are in North Carolina, reach out to us and we can help. We are more than happy to provide the names and information of service providers in your area. The next topic we are going to discuss is our support groups, one of my favorites. And before I tell you about our support groups, I would first like you to hear from Sierra Walters, an active support group member who will share with you what being part of a support group means to her. Sierra?
Hi, I'm Sierra Walters. I'm 24 years old, and I've been living with this cruel disease we call lupus for 4 years, and attending the Central Charlotte support group for 3 of those years. Being a member of this support group has completely changed my life and given me a better attitude and outlook on living life with a chronic illness, because let's face it, lupus sucks. The friendships I've made with other support group members has given me back my confidence that lupus stole from me. Right now, I'm the youngest member of the group, so I cherish all of the information and life experiences that each member shares with us. These incredible ladies have already lived through the hell that lupus causes, and they've practically given me a roadmap of how to cope with the pain on my hardest days, how to be an advocate to my many doctors, and how to ask for the accommodations I need so that I can still have my career while living with this illness. This was a big one. Oh, how lupus stops you in your tracks. Literally. I was in the first year of my career when lupus reared its ugly head and took over. My job became the hardest task to keep up with. Just going into the office and sitting under the harsh lights while trying to be the best and taking on too much work, it created the perfect storm. My second year into my lupus diagnosis, I joined the Central Charlotte support group. I truly believe this group is a blessing in disguise because every single one of the men and women who attend welcome me with open arms. They have taught me that I can still have a career while being sick. I just have to tweak how I get things done, and that sharing my lupus journey can and always will help the next person or child who has just been diagnosed and feels that same sense of fear and helplessness that I did before I joined the group. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sierra. I love what you said and appreciate you sharing. As you learned from Sierra, people with lupus often feel alone in their disease, and they struggle every day with what it brings to their lives, especially during the times when the disease is active. The philosophy of the LFANC support groups is to provide a warm and caring environment where people with lupus, their family members, caregivers, and loved ones can share their experiences, methods of coping, and insights into living with chronic illness. We are so thankful to our support group leaders. The meaningful experiences and the sense of the community does not happen without them. I've asked Myra Likes, the Iredell County support group leader, to share why she chooses to volunteer as a support group leader and what it means to her. Myra?
Hello, everybody. My name is Myra Likes, and I'm the facilitator of the Iredell County Lupus Support Group. Being a native of Virginia and moving to North Carolina because of lupus, I felt that it was my job to raise the awareness of lupus in the county that I was living in. There were so many in my county that were affected by lupus, but were afraid to come forth. They didn't want their family members to know. They were very private with their sufferings and their struggles because they felt like their families looked at them as being normal because it's an invisible disease and no one can actually see it. So looking at me, they could not believe my story. They couldn't believe the struggles that I had actually been going through. And even when I moved to Iredell County, I was actually wheelchair bound and was unable to even get out myself. So the year that after I recovered from doing an experimental drug with epituzumab, I was able to get out and come to Charlotte and be able to be I feel like reunited with my family, those lupus thrivers, and get that energy and that pep that I needed. I just said, hey, I'll do Iredell County. So that's how I became a part of that, to raise the awareness of lupus in the community. And from raising the awareness in the Iredell County community, I get phone calls when we do our meetings, and everybody's still not as bold to come to the meetings, but they know who they can call, and they do call for that support. And I like the results of being able to see them smile, being able to know that they have someone that is around them to give that love, understanding, and support that they need in order to make it through this journey. It's not an easy journey, but it's one that we will not quit, because we have a mindset that we're able to conquer the impossible. And that's why I am a part of this wonderful foundation, the Lupus Foundation of America, North Carolina chapter. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. And thank you for understanding us.
Wow, Myra, that is fantastic. Thank you so much to you and to all of our support group leaders across the state for giving your time and your heart to our thrivers. You really are making an impact in their lives and helping us fulfill our mission. As you can tell, our support groups are really special. If you would like to join one, please reach out to the chapter and we will connect you with the one closest to where you live. And now let's look at the educational opportunities available. First, our educational seminars. Pre-COVID, throughout the state of North Carolina, we provided educational opportunities by the way of workshops and conferences for patients, caregivers, and the medical community. These presenters at the seminars are professionals in their fields of expertise and offer a unique opportunity to learn valuable information to equip individuals in their daily journey with lupus. And we hope to resume these in person in the near future. We also provide virtual and in-home educational opportunities. We know that health, distance, and schedules can sometimes prohibit individuals from attending in-person educational events. Therefore, our chapter offers educational opportunities that you can participate in from the comfort and privacy of your own home. First, we have the Ask the Expert series. This is a series of educational teleconferences and pre-recorded webcasts on a variety of topics designed to provide you with important information about living with lupus. We also have a robust media library with video and audio presentations from past educational opportunities. Dating back to 2013, there are a multitude of pre-recorded teleconferences you can access at your leisure, and you can find these on our website at lupusnc.org. Examples of topics that you can access from this library include, but are not limited to, specific body systems such as lupus in the kidneys, lupus in the eyes, or lupus in the skin. Specific groups like lupus in women's issues, lupus in men, or teens with lupus transitioning into adulthood. Impact on day-to-day living, such as an overview of Social Security disability benefits, workplace accommodations for individuals living with lupus, or Finance 101, living with a chronic illness. There are seminars on relationships, both clinical and personal, such as managing the doctor-patient relationship, working with your pharmacy, lupus and intimacy, and affairs of the heart, lupus and relationships. Topics that focus on mental and emotional health are also available, such as lupus and mental health, how to know you're in trouble, lupus and depression, and coping with lupus. We've also have non-clinical topics such as wellness coach, a healthy approach to lupus, Reiki and its effect on lupus, and the holistic approach to diet and lupus. You can also find topics such as Clinical Trials 101, Think Again, Coping with the Lupus Fog, and research updates. As you can see, we have an extensive library that you can significantly benefit from. You will also find some topics recorded in Spanish. Be sure to access the Ask the Expert series to benefit from some of the world's leading lupus experts' presentations from the comfort and privacy of your own home. On the website, you will find both the audio recordings and presentation material. I encourage you to check them out right away. We also have resources for you for news and events. Along with managing day-to-day life with lupus, we offer access to and information on what is happening in the lupus community as it pertains to advocacy, research, and the latest, most up-to-date national news and press releases. This provides a source of great hope for all those living with and affected by lupus. This information is located on our website and is updated in real time. When accessing this information, you can learn about the latest, most up-to-date information on lupus through advocacy news. For example, did you know that as a result of the advocacy work that was done on Capitol Hill, the House Committee on Advanced Funding for Lupus Programs was awarded $47 billion from the National Institute of Health? It is the largest public funder for lupus research in the world. This was an increase of more than $5 billion over 2020. If enacted into law, this legislation would bring the total funding for the National Lupus Patient Registry to more than $80 million since the foundation and lupus advocates led the efforts to establish the program at the CDC in 2003. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Advocacy work really does pay off. We also have research news for you. Research has found that stem cell therapy is one of the most promising frontiers today, especially for people whose lupus doesn't respond to other forms of treatments, and the most up-to-date information is on this website. Nearly $4 million will be spent over the next 5 years to co-found a major study on adult stem cells as a new treatment for moderate to severe lupus, and early indications are promising. We also have information for you on clinical trials. Did you know that if you have lupus, you can volunteer to take part in research that will improve the lives of other people just like you today and the health of future generations? Clinical trials are the primary way that researchers find out if a new treatment, like a new drug or a diet or medical device, is safe and effective in people. The National LFA office participates in clinical trials and partners to provide ways for you to be involved. You can do a quick search on the website and find out how to take part. Stay connected and up to date on all things that are happening in the lupus community. Just go online on our website and access that information anytime you would like. We also provide electronic updates. Periodically, the LFANC distributes electronic updates via emails that provide individuals with breaking information on lupus, upcoming chapter events, and local opportunities for involvement. You can sign up to receive these updates on our website. So as you can see, there are a variety of programs and services you can take part in. You can access more information on our website. Again, that is lupusnc.org. We are constantly told how valuable these programs and services are and how much they really do make a difference. I also want to share with you information on our financial assistance program. Did you know that as a resident of North Carolina with a confirmed diagnosis of lupus, you may be eligible for some financial assistance through the LFANC? A family or individual, upon meeting requirements, may receive up to $300 in a 12-month period. The goods and service that would qualify for this subsidy are utilities, including water, electricity, and natural gas, rent or mortgage payment with late or eviction status, prescriptions that are related to lupus treatment, medical and doctor appointments, and durable medical equipment. To apply for financial assistance, you must first contact our office to ask for an application. After completing the application, you must complete and sign the application for financial assistance form, complete and sign the individual authorization for use, provide doctor's verification for proof of diagnosis, provide a copy of the bill or estimated cost for items or services being requested, provide a copy of the previous year's tax Form 1040 or Form 1040A or 1040EZ or a benefit statement. And there also may be additional information that we request that you would need to provide as asked for. Upon receiving this information, the LFANC will work with the individual based on the determined list of criteria that the program is based on to provide financial help as outlined in the program parameters. If you are interested in applying for financial assistance, please contact the LFANC office at info@lupus.org. Now, please join me in watching this video. You will see the value and the impact that our financial assistance program has made in the lives of our lupus thrivers right here in North Carolina.
Lupus over 10 years, and just months ago I had a flare-up. I was out of work, struggling to make ends meet for my kids, when I was notified about the Foundation's financial assistance program. The funds I received helped me ensure that my children and I could pay rent this month, which is a true blessing. Thank you all for your support.
Prior to finding out I had lupus, I worked all of my life and had insurance. I've always been very independent. I share this because I'm now on Medicare and it does not fully cover the cost of the surgery I am in need of. This left me very depressed because I'm on a fixed income. Without the support of the LFANC, I cannot afford the surgery to correct my severe vision loss due to lupus.
I have been a lupus thriver since 1990, and I can honestly say that it is not easy at all. Every day can be a hassle to get out of bed. I have worked part-time jobs to support me and my 2 kids financially, but as everyone knows, working part-time at minimum wage cannot pay the bills. I found myself moving back home with my parents until I was approved.
Wow, isn't that just amazing? I am blown away by the stories told, the impact made, and I'm appreciative for you each telling your story. Thank you so much. As you can see, this really is a valuable service that we offer, and it has helped so many people. Again, if you would like more information on this financial assistance program, please contact us. I do feel it's important to share at this time that none of this happens without our generous donors. Most of our programs and services have no fees associated with them, and if they do, more often than not, scholarships are available. What does the future hold in terms of what we continue to offer and provide our thrivers? All of that will be based on the dollars raised and the donations made going forward. In closing, again, I would like to thank each of you for joining the session. I hope that you have gained a better understanding of all that the LFANC offers to our thrivers, their caregivers, and loved ones. I encourage you to begin taking part in something new. Go to our website, which is lupusnc.org, to get more information and sign up for one of these many programs and services today. Thank you for your time, for joining this session, and I hope you enjoyed it.